All right, remember that gaggle of platforms we saw earlier today? That mess, that monstrosity, that floating around in your head? Here's where you're going to love me. Remember that champagne tower we talked about? My mention of the content cousins? This is your last magic trick of the day, folks. And the part that really gets my tail wagging. We're going to take your content plan. We're going to stack them up with video at the top so you can make your own cascading content plan. That's a phrase that I coined last year. We were whiteboarding a strategy with a client. They had lots of different platforms they needed to go to. They had different audiences they wanted to speak to. They were losing their cotton-picking minds trying to figure it all out. Me and some magic whiteboard pens developed this plan. I went, oh, that's beautiful. And when we finished hugging it out, we said, this is good. And the client said, yes, this is going to help me not tear my hair out, which was particularly important because they own the Paul Mitchell School in Frederick. That would have been embarrassing if they had gone out with no hair, okay? So, drum roll, please. I love you, people. Ready? Oh. She gets, where's the money? Here, you can have this tripod. There we go. Gee, Whitney, that's worth the price of admission alone. Now, again, I know the folks in the cheap seats back there. You peasants, hello, peasants. You may not be able to see that really well, so if you want a copy of this, I'll be happy to email it to you. Just send me an email afterwards, all right? Let me walk you through the content flow here that becomes infinitely more manageable when you lead with content video at the top. Content starts. Off to the right there, you see in yellow, live stream. We don't have many clients that ask for live streaming, but again, my goal here is to open you up to the possibilities. Google Hangouts, Google+, there are a lot of different platforms you can use for live streaming, so as something is happening in real time, you could stream it. That's option number one. The very first thing you want to do, of course, is get a full recording. You may have noticed there are video cameras in the room today. John and I both have our presentations recorded. We're going to be doing this. Smart, right? The videos that Elizabeth showed you from the chamber earlier today came from a customized content plan like this, where we had set up and had some conversations and edited them down. So full-length recording makes all the rest of the magic things happen. You can release the full-length recording, depending on how long that is, directly to YouTube or Vimeo or whatever the other video publishing platform of your choice is. Follow that down to the left and you see highlights. This is really the part that's built for social media, where you can get maybe 3 to 5 minute clips for YouTube, Twitter, Vine, LinkedIn, Google+. Again, pick your platform of choice. Micro clips can go out on Instagram, Facebook, Vine, you see some of the other ones there. And you can pull stills from your video, particularly if you're shooting in nice high definition, which almost everybody is. And the stills will hold a suitable resolution for great online use and a limited amount of print use. How cool is that? Then you come over here to the far right and you see in gold there are MP3s. This means you take just the audio track from your full-length video recording and you can release that as an audio podcast through iTunes or the podcasting platform of your choice. Get it transcribed. Now you've got a head start on your articles, your blog posts, your magazine submissions, whatever it is you're going to do. All of that becomes very possible and accessible when you start with video. If you try to work backwards, though, if you're still thinking, I've got podcasts to do, and you only think of podcasts to fill that one glass up, really, you're doing just about as much work getting ready for that as you would be if you recorded it in video. But look at all the other possibilities that are now possible from video that would not have been if you just filled your podcast glass. Sexy, right? I know! It takes a little time to think this through, no doubt. It takes a little time to establish the connections you want properly between the accounts. It takes a little time to figure out what horse is right for the course. Yes, there is some consideration and thought work to do. But once you get it, the heavens will open up, the angels will sing, and you'll say, why have I been a fool this entire time and not built my own champagne tower? You will, you'll say that. Those exact words will just fall from your mouth, okay? You'll never want to do that again. Peasants do that.